I reckon this lesson could be just the thing you need to help you boost your fluency in English. I mean, it's a step-by-step process, but if you follow me, I really think this lesson could help. Hi, and welcome back to Love English. So, in today's lesson, 10 fluency phrases. Actually, I'm going to share 9 fluency phrases because I want you to share number 10. I want to illustrate in today's lesson the importance of learning a language in chunks, not always getting stressed out by the details of the grammar. Essentially, how to speak faster, clearer, and more accurately. So, fluency, tips, tricks, and 10 or 9, 10 with your input, expressions and fluency phrases in English. So number 1 and 2, I'm sure I've covered in other classes, but I wanted to put together in this lesson. I fancy. I fancy. I fancy going for a run. I fancy having a swim. I fancy a nice burger for lunch today. When we use I fancy, and pay attention to the structure there, we've got the verb in the ing form, which actually in this case is a gerund, the noun form of the verb. We're expressing a desire, a want. Rather than saying I want or I would like, I fancy. Fancy going for a walk. Do you fancy joining me? This is a great natural expression in English that we would use regularly in spoken English. It is colloquial, meaning more natural, spoken, native. Now, an expression that I used at the beginning of the video, I reckon, is simply an informal way, not impolite or vulgar, but an informal way to say I think. I think. I reckon you guys need to study English a little bit more. I reckon you'd probably want a little bit of feedback on your English as well. And I reckon the sponsors of today's video is going to help you achieve your language goals just as they are helping me achieve mine. So, before we move on to expression number 3 to 9, I want to share with you a language learning platform that I have been using to learn Italian. Now, a lot of the time I will share great apps, platforms, language schools that I think can help you learn English. Busuu is one that I have actually been able to use myself to deal with many of the struggles I have, learning Italian grammar, improving my speaking fluency, and getting that motivation I need massively, fitting studying Italian around my busy schedule. So Busuu is an online language community, and I stress the word community there. It's a language platform community where you can actually give feedback as well as receive it from people that are learning the same language or the language, your native language that you speak. They're a platform online that you can use either on desktop or on your mobile, which is really handy when you're on the go, where you can actually get feedback. You can have structured lessons, step-by-step lessons that will help you develop your English. They're in bite-sized chunks, so some of the lessons are as short as 2 minutes, others maybe 10, 15. So for me, it's been amazing to be able to fit these lessons around my schedule. Even just taking 10 minutes out of my day to study a little bit of Italian has been incredible. With Busuu, you can practice your speaking, listening, reading, grammar, yes, grammar, and writing skills. And as you've already probably realised, they don't just specialise in English, but in a variety of languages. Italian being one of them, but you've also got Spanish, French, German, and even Japanese. Now, I want to stress the fact that they are a language learning community. One of the greatest benefits of Busuu is that you can interact with native speakers of the language that you are learning and get feedback. I'm not the best at being very motivated when it comes to studying. I often don't have time or think I have time to study Italian, but Busuu have a solution for that. They can actually create a personalised schedule, rota, if you like, to help you learn and study your chosen language. Setting your personal goals and deciding exactly when and for how long you want to study. Now, to access Busuu, you can sign up for free, but if, like me, you want to get some of the more full benefits, then you might also consider having a premium account where you get the full benefits of the Busuu community and platform. So click the link in the description box below or in the comments section and check out what Busuu have to offer. Now, to learn a little bit more about the platform, I can't tell you everything here and now. I want to show you more. So do make sure that you follow me in this coming week on Instagram. I'm going to be sharing some stories and tips and tricks of how I have been studying Italian with Busuu. So if you want more information, if you want to see whether I'm really studying with Busuu, then follow us there at loveenglish.uk. Now, I'm afraid I don't actually offer private one-to-one lessons. I'm afraid. A great expression when you want to say, I'm sorry, or even no. I'm afraid I can't. Essentially, this is a much better way of saying no. But often people might think that afraid is fear. It's got nothing to do with fear in this context. I'm afraid is a very useful English fluency phrase to express regret or the inability to do something. I'm afraid I can't meet you tonight. I'm afraid I forgot the report. I am really sorry. Number 4, a little bit more informal here. He was like, I really can't make it tonight. He was like, I think it's time I broke up with her. I'm really not happy in the relationship. He was like is a very informal way but common expression that we would use in English to report on what someone has said or how someone feels. He was like. So in this case, we're not saying he's like a flower. It's not a comparative. Or I like chocolate. It's not expressing something that you enjoy. But we're using it to report on someone's feelings or exactly what they have said in a very informal way. You wouldn't really write this, and you certainly wouldn't use it in any kind of formal writing, whether that's letters, emails, or academic essays. So she comes into the room and she was like, where's my dinner? So a great expression. Maybe, in fact, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard it when watching English television, or certainly if you've been to the UK. It is very, very common. Number 5, when you want to say that you understand something, this can be a little bit boring. So why not use the expression, I take it? I take it. This is when you are trying to clarify your understanding. I take it you didn't spend a lot of time on your homework last night. It's really not your best work. I take it she said no when you asked her out for dinner. You don't look very happy. So I understand. I'm making an assumption about something. I take it. Do you follow? I'm not sure I follow. So to follow, ordinarily, you might think one person looking and going behind the other and following them. In the case that we are using it here, we're essentially saying, are you following my train of thought? Are you following what I'm saying? So are you able to understand? So I'm not following or I can't follow. Essentially, you're saying I don't understand what you're saying. Do you follow me? Do you understand what I'm trying to express and explain? Now, number 7, step by step. Step by step is a lovely, slightly idiomatic expression to say do things a little bit at a time. Becoming fluent in English is a step-by-step process. Now, I also learnt this expression in Italian, or at least the equivalent. In Italian, I think it kind of means floor by floor, piano piano, but I love this expression. I've used it many times. It is so simple, but it's a nice way to try and fake being a little bit fluent in Italian. So a great expression in English. What do you think you need to do step by step, little bit by little bit? Now, number 8, a little bit of grammar here for you, but you don't have to worry too much about it. I'll be with you. I'll be with you in a minute, or I'll be with you in just a minute. This is a great way of asking somebody just to wait, that you're not quite ready and you can't quite help them or be there yet. So essentially in this context, we're using will to talk about spontaneity. I'll get the telephone. I'll help you. Spontaneity and indeed often offers, but I'll be with you in a minute is saying just wait a moment. So you can see these phrases aren't particularly complicated. They're not particularly difficult to learn, and you don't even have to worry about the grammatical structures that go with them. The final one I want to include is one that I think helps you sound much more polite and sometimes a little bit more formal. Would you mind? Would you mind? This is the start of an indirect question. Would you mind helping me? Rather than help me or can you help me, would you mind helping me sounds a lot more polite in English. And pay attention a little bit to the structure. Would you mind helping me? Would you mind correcting my grammar? Would you mind helping me with my shopping bags? Here you can see we use the gerund after. Would you mind doing, going, helping, asking? So, a great expression when you want to ask somebody to help you to do something, a question. Would you mind telling me your name? It's much more polite in the situation where you don't know the person very well. So, that was number 9. What is number 10? I want you guys to share a phrase in English, maybe one that is very, very simple that you use frequently. It could be one of the first phrases that you learned when you were studying English. Comment below and let me know. I'd be very curious to learn what phrases in English you find most useful, and I may even make a lesson soon on advanced English phrases to help you boost your fluency. So, don't forget, if you are super committed to learning English or indeed any other language, don't forget to check out Busuu and of course follow us on Instagram this week to see me studying with the platform. I am personally using the platform to help me study. Even if I'm just spending 5 minutes on it a day, at least I'm doing something. So, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to reading some of your expressions and phrases below, and as well hearing about what you think of Busuu. You can give me a bit of feedback and let me know if you think it really is as good as I am saying. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to seeing you very soon. Bye.